Welcome, beautiful yogis. So glad you're here, and welcome back. Haven't seen some of you, so lovely to see you. We'll start today, yoga for a better body, and we'll start that in your seated pose, getting comfortable. Lovely. So we're going to open today's practice with a cleansing breath. This may be new, so let me explain that to you. It's going to be a deep inhale through the nose. We'll hold the breath. We'll do some movements that I'll explain. And then the exhale is a big wide open mouth. Like that. All right. So I'm going to guide you through it from your seat. And yeah, getting settled. All aboard for our yoga experience today. From your tall spine, let's take a little shoulder roll up and back and down. Circling again, your shoulders forward and up. Little hold. Exhale back and down. And one more time. Forward come the shoulders, up. Exhale back and down. Good. Now here comes our cleansing breath. We'll do 3 of them. So inhaling, let your arms float forward. Full of breath now. Hold your breath and make tight fists. Holding your breath, draw your hands to your shoulders and squeeze your inner muscles till you feel a little tremor. Holding your breath, shoot your fingers out, back in. And twice more, out and back in. And one more, out and back in. And relax your hands out through the mouth. Here we go again. Arms float up, shoulder height. Make tight fists with the full breath. Now draw your hands towards your shoulders, tightening the muscles of your shoulders and your arms, holding the breath still. Pulse with your hands. Shoot them out, back in, and out, and back in, and 2 more. Out, back in, and out, back in, and relax your hands and your breath. Let's do it one more time, this time without me explaining everything. Are you ready? Inhale, bring the arms up. Fists, hold the breath. Draw in. Squeeze the muscles. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Lovely. Lower the gaze, sit inward. Feel the natural breath. And now letting your breath rise from your low belly upwards. And out through the nose. So we'll sit a moment in these long, slow breaths. Letting the breath fill the lower lungs, the middle lungs, and up. Slowly through the nose. The exhale occurs without losing any of your tall spine and letting your belly pull back so those muscles work a bit on that exhale. Soften those muscles for your slow, deep inhale. All the way to the top. The nose exhales. Letting the breath go all the way until you feel your low belly muscles naturally, inwardly squeeze. Light. We'll do 3 more. Relaxed belly in. And out. Feeling the natural contraction without amplifying it. Breathing in from the low belly. Breath moves up to fullness where we hold a moment this time. And then the exhalation nose. all the way to empty, feeling the low belly. And one more, fill it up, rising breath. And exhaling. Nice, everyone, and letting your eyes open. Let's take the tall frame up the midline and the fingertips lightly touching the ground each side, filling up with the breath. We're side bending towards your right. Exhale. Inhale, your other arm comes in front of the face and up all the way to the zenith. Look up at the hand and then return that same pathway, exhaling the arm back down. We're staying in the side bend. Inhale the arm in front of the body and up, all the way up to the zenith that we look up. Exhale, circle the arm back. Good, we'll do 2 more this way. Inhale, extend, reach high and look up. Exhale, return. And our last one, inhalation across and up to the zenith. Exhaling, return, and this time, inhale your way back to upright and sit for a moment in the upright place, lowered gaze, inward attention. Long, slow breath rises. And long, slow breath goes all the way out, noticing the natural low belly contracting. 2 more cycles, please. Breathing to fullness. Slow and smooth to empty. And the one more. Lovely. The eyes open and the arms again extend out as the spine elevates. We slide out now to your left, all the way. Good. And then the arm sweeps across, inhaling to the zenith point, looking up at it, and return that same way, exhaling the arm back down, staying in the leaning place. Good. And we go again across and up. Fullness of breath. We're reaching to the high point, looking up, and then return. Exhale across the face and back down. Good. We've got 3 to go. Nice and slow. Breathing into this opening chest as well as high reach. Exhaling, return. And 2 more. Cross and up. And back and down. And our last one, all the way up. Reach high. And return. Good. Coming upright. Sit again in the upright shape. Shoulders back, long neck, lowered gaze. And the slow inhalation rising from deep. Feel it rise to your collarbones and keep your stance as the exhale occurs, and we feel the breath go out and the low belly relaxes back. 2 more cycles. Integrating now this low and slow breath that immediately signals our nervous system everything's chilled and we're fine. Good. Please open your eyes and switch the cross of your legs. Great. So we've had that spine held tall. Now we'll move into it. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Lift it up. There's a little arch in your back. Your chin is up. And then the exhale will thrust round the back. Droop to the tailbone. And now add the internal contraction of your low belly. Draw forward, breathe in. Filling up with the raised heart, slightly raised chin without impacting your back neck, and then exhale this undulating back to the empty moment, the other pole of the breath, which rises now to fullness. And we celebrate this full breath with this big open heart, and then we smoothly go back to empty. Great. Now from empty, circle please towards your left and forward towards your right, a hand back. Continue 2 more in this direction. Stay connected with your breath. Ready to reverse. Getting all that moving through your ribs, through the waist, and churning the low belly muscles each time that we exhale. 1 more this way. Good. Tall spine. Undo the legs and come to straddle. Great. So all the way onto the edge of your seat. And if you can, your feet are flexed. And we're just going to breathe a little bit more rapidly now as we go side to side. So exhale, back up, inhale, and exhale. If your shoulders are okay, add the top arm along. Keeping it in the side and a little bit faster breath. And we'll do 1 more each way. Great. All the way up. Keeping your legs now. Roll the palms open. And inhale, bring your arms parallel above the head. Dropping the shoulders. Widening the arms. And staying here for 2 breaths. So energy shooting out your heels and shooting out your vigorous arms and fingertips. 1 more breath. It's an inhale, and then the exhale will lower the arms and soften through the legs. And we'll bend the knees and bring the feet to cobblers. Adjust your sit bones so that you are right on top of them. Good. And inhale the wide, big, open heart. The exhale is a little hug in, 1 arm over the other. Inhale wide, and the other arm over the other. Doing great. Keep alternating which one is on top. And our last one. Good. Let your hands slide now to your knees. Lift your spine tall with the inhale, and the heart leads as we begin a forward hinge. We're going to slow down the breathing again, bringing your hands towards the feet and your spine as straight as you can. The moving slows down, the breathing slows down, and we're bringing breath into the low back. Feeling feeling how the slow inhalation opens airways you may not have felt today. Staying with the long, slow breath, attention now on the low back or the entire back. 2 more cycles. Nice, everyone. And so now we'll slowly inhale, come on up and help the knees up. Good. Hug in a little bit, lifting your spine tall. Now would you slide your left leg straight out, directly in front, and bring your right heel close to the groin. Good. If you need a block under the knee, feel free. Good. And sitting really upright, inhaling your arms overhead, that big reach we did a moment ago. Exhale a third of the way. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, come back up. And we go a little further, keeping your spine as straight as you can. And we got one more. This time let's reach for the ankle or the foot, wherever you can. Let your hands rest, your shoulders soften. The inhale lifts the heart. And now, blowing the breath away, long and complete. Repeating that movement, halfway up, inhale nose, and blow the breath away as we fold deeper. Feeling that inward contraction of your natural belly drawing in. We got one to go. Good. Strong in the core. Inhale, come up. You could walk your hands up the leg, or with a strong back, come all the way back to arms aloft and lower them down. Good. Bring that knee up for an upright seated twist. Footsteps over. Nice and tall. Opposite arm lifts up, so be your left arm. And wrap the arm around the knee or the wrist, turn to your right. So establishing your twist along the long upright spine. The inhale is the lengthening, straight up. And the exhale possibly a little bit more through the ribs to turn. Twice more. Holding the shape, this last exhale, just turn your head to your left shoulder, tilt the ear, and breathe now into this upper chest area that's opened. It's your right upper chest. Letting the breaths be deep and full. The exhale, release the pose, unwind, and switch your legs. So it's your right leg straight and your left knee bent out with the heel in close. Good. We have 3 goes at this. Inhale, get long. Exhale a third of the way, keeping long. Inhale up. And 2/3 of the way. One more up. And we've got lots of length now. Come on down and reach where you can to let your hands come to rest and your shoulders drop. Inhale, lift your heart. And it's a dandelion exhale, folding in. Two more, please. Nose in, halfway. Slow blowing away of the breath as we fold closer. One more time. Good. Strong in the core, coming up. Lowering the arms. And bring that left knee up to set up for the twist. Step over. And get really upright. To bring now that opposite arm up. To wrap it around, turning to your left. Root the sit bones. Grow the spine tall on the in. And we twist a little more to this side on the exhale. 2 more cycles. How we need to really press the breath in to this twisted place. The last exhale, we'll let the head turn, tilt the ear, and we're here for the 3 breaths, breathing now into the upper chest. That open upper chest with the shoulder drawing back. Good, and on the exhalation, just undo the pose, sliding the both legs straight. Get your legs nice and long, sit bones back, heels forward, and press your thigh bones down. And we'll do the same thing, raise the arms really tall, get long out of the belly, come forward 1/3 of the way. Come back up on in. Go a little further. Try to keep your spine straight. Looking good, everyone. And coming up. This 3rd one, we'll let the hands find purchase wherever they reach easily, dropping the shoulders. Nose inhale halfway up. And blow the breath long and slow as we fold deeper. Repeat 2 more times. Last one. Good, strong in the core. We're coming up. You can walk up the legs or reach them forward and up. And then bring your hands behind, all the way onto the flat of the hands, and bend your knees so your feet are also flat. Good. Root your feet down and then inhale, take your butt off a little or all the way to flat table. Exhaling back down. Good. Twice more. Good. As our seat lands, release your wrists a moment. Great. So either we'll repeat that with the feet flat, or slide your legs straight, and it will be an upward facing plank. So shoulders are back, hearts open. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale down. 1 and 2. And 1 more. Good, and lower down. Good, and again, just ease your wrists. Little light fist circling. Nice. All right, so let's go to hands and knees. Your blocks at hand, middle blocks. Great. From this position, it's the right knee, lifting it up with the heart. Big nose inhale. Good. Now let's do a mouth exhale. Nose in. Mouth out. One more. And right foot all the way to the front of the mat. Press it down and lift away from the blocks, inhaling your arms all the way up and lowering the back down alongside, stabilizing here, and bringing your left arm next to the ear, side bend to the right. Good. Stay steady. Your right arm could move here, bringing it up, lowering it down. 2 more times. Good way to keep the balance. Lengthening through this left flank. To this time, inhale up to vertical, get long both sides, and then lean forward, hands coming back to the ground or the blocks. Good, and now draw your hips back to straighten the front leg. Good, so we've been in the hamstrings a little while already. Feeling that energy flow. On the next exhale, let your right foot come to flat. Put some weight onto it as we curl the back toes, straighten the left leg. Bringing a little bit more work into the legs, which are both stretching and strengthening. Body holds steady as the breath flows through. And lowering your back knee and bring your front leg back, widening the knees now. Feet close, extended child's pose. So you can remove or lower your blocks as the arms reach forward, shoulders open, heart drops through, brow might even reach the ground, and your seat might even reach your heels. So just feeling that polarity. Breathing into the side body and the underarms. So much space opening into the back. We have one more breath. Come back to hands and knees. And ready for second side, adjust your blocks to that middle setting. Good, left knee, inhale, nose. Out mouth as we squeeze the knee in. 2 more. Stepping forward, pressing the foot down to raise the arms up. And bring the arms wide and down alongside the body, steadying. Right arm comes forward and up next to the ear for the side bend now to the left. The left arm can move with breath. One more. The next inhalation, we're coming all the way to tall and upright, and hands coming back to the blocks to draw the hips back and the left leg straight. Fully present. Nice. And so now we'll bring the left foot flat. So the left knee is bent, straighten the back leg. And let's bring some length and strength into the legs here for the 3 slow breaths. Lovely, everyone. As you complete, lower the back knee, bring the front leg back, and we'll do again extended child's pose. Wide knees, big toes close, and the long extension through arms and spine, and hips, and the breath filling your back. One more breath. So now we'll come back to 4s, putting the blocks to the side and setting up for downward facing dog, where your hands are a little forward of the shoulders, curl the toes, and up we come. Bum up, head down, and work the upper arms the way we just did in the extended child's pose. And then bringing the weight of the hips back and up. Making sure your hands are nicely spreading and gripping into the mat as we bring the feet closer together, and take the right leg straight up behind. So raise the leg in its own lane, keeping the leg straight and high. Take a couple of breaths here. 2 more. Can you feel how your shoulders are taking this on, getting stronger? On the exhale, just bring your right foot next to your left foot, shift the weight, and we'll take the left leg up high. Getting stable and letting the slow breath create a place of reassurance to the muscles, to the nervous system. And we can do this. On the exhale, down comes the left foot and down come the knees also. Lovely, ease the wrists. The knees now are close together, and please thread now your right hand behind your left wrist and lower to the upper arm. And we got a little twist in the upper body. Breathing into this. Just 2 more breaths. And then we'll unthread and simply take second side. Left arm behind, lower to your left upper shoulder. And unthread. Good. So now to deepen breath into the upper chest, keep your bum high, coming into puppy dog now with the arms reach forward and the butt stays high. See how your shoulders do with this. bowing your brow, your head towards the mat, and bringing all that energy now into that same area, shoulders, upper back, except there's no weight here. Now in downward dog, all those muscles are working, and so now they're just stretching and bringing the breath high to the underarms. Nice, everyone. Walk your hands back, come to fours. And then walk your hands so far back that you can come to an upright kneeling position. Bringing now your left arm behind your back. Inhale the right arm up. Get a long little pause. Strong in your core. Reach the arm forward, your seat back. We may or may not reach the ground. And inhale back up. Get very long, slight back bend. Exhale forward, strong in the core. We have one to go. Good, all the way up. Lower the arm. Both arms now alongside. Good, let's see how this goes. We're going to step the left foot forward. Kaboom, we did it. All right, stabilize here. And the left arm again behind the back as we take the right arm up. Come forward, and we're twisting now, elbow over thigh. And you could use the palms together or keep the hand wrapped. Turn as much as you can to the left. Steady through the knee and the front foot. One more lovely breath. On the exhale, we'll bring the hands to the ground. Take the left leg back. Through fours, we'll take downward dog. Raise your hips. Draw them back. 3 deep, slow breaths. Bring the inhale up high to the underarms. Feel how the exhale naturally squeezes the low belly to eliminate that breath. We've got one more. And this exhale will just bring the knees back down. Uncurl the toes, walk the hands back to come to the upright place. All right, so now it's the right arm behind the back. Inhale the left arm. Way high, little back bend if available. Strong in the core. Exhale, arm forward as far as you can. Bringing it back up. And exhale, strong in the core. We have one to go. Good. Calming up. Little back bend, top of breath. Exhale, lower the arm. Hold as steady as we now step the right foot forward. Getting it there as elegantly as you can and get steady. And our twist is now with the left arm reaching high. Come forward and hook the left elbow over the right knee and press your palms into the twist. Great. Nice, everyone. Hands to the ground. We're taking a downward dog, so take the leg back. And stretch the whole body long. If you're adjusting, adapting, you could do a chair dog. If you're on the edge of your bed, just draw the hips back. 2 more breaths. Great. So now we'll walk the feet forward to the front of the mat, coming into the standing forward bend. Weight on parallel feet. Fold arms. Let them dangle, this little, like an elephant's trunk, just easy. Hanging out. Good. And so now we're about to come upright. You can walk your hands up the legs, help your back, or use your back muscles. And inhale, come upright. And we'll bring the arms up high. And bring your hands to prayer pose. Good. Let's bring the high blocks. Ready? And we'll step the right foot back. Square your hips to the blocks. And wrap the left arm behind the back. Stabilizing here as we inhale the right arm up, little back bend. Exhale, come forward long to maybe touch that right hand block or not, or past. We've got 2 more goes coming up. Steadying feet and ankles, forward we go. And 1 more. This time, that right hand finds the block. Now you could have it on the high setting or the middle setting. You want to be able to put your right hand fully on it, keep your legs active, back heel angled down, and now the upper body takes a twist to the left. The give in the pose would be the front knee a little bit bent. Turn your trunk as far as you can, and that wrapped arm could stay there, or you could bring it forward, across, and then straight up. Now we're in this revolved triangle pose. Big pose. Breathe 3 more breaths. As we exhale, bring that left hand to your hip as we turn the trunk forward. Get really strong in your legs because we're coming up right now. Coming up. Inhale, bring the arm up to a little back bend. And release the arm, step forward. Steady now on the both feet. Feel all this. Letting that shape become integrated in the body. Good. So this time it'll be the right foot in front. Please step your left foot back. Stabilize the feet. And it's going to be the right arm behind the back, squared shoulders and hips. Inhaling the left arm, little back bend. Strong core and steady legs as we come forward for 1. Inhale up, looking good everyone. Nice flat back, steady legs and ankles. 2. And now our third one. We come up, get long, and this left hand is going to come down and find its place on the block. Could be high, could be middle. Good. So now we're turning to the right with the upper back. No, yep, shoulder, upper chest. Turn as much as you can. Keep pressing your back heel down. Good. And then if your shoulder's all right, you could bring, I like to bring the arm forward and then up to the zenith point, and feel the spreading arms across the chest. Perfectly fine to keep the arm wrapped and just keep opening your chest to the right. So we're no longer squared forward with the upper body, we are turned to the right. We got one more breath. Exhale, hand to hip, turn to the front. Strong legs. 2, inhale back to upright. And step to the front of the mat with your hands in prayer pose. Please take a wide stance on the mat. And we'll take Warrior 2 out to your right. So turn the whole leg out and the other heel away. Have a nice distance so we can get a deep lunge into your right knee. 1. Inhale straight. And 2. Little lunge. And 1 more. Good, and so now we'll stay here, steadying and bring the arms along the horizon, spreading wide. Hold steady to breathe. And this is how we awaken any sluggishness in the body, getting everything vibrant and alive again. Through this breath and holding our strength. Lower body stays. Come into reverse warrior. So sliding down the back leg, vigorous right arm, don't let it be floppy. This is the reverse warrior. Hands are shooting energy, shooting beautiful light into the world, while your strong legs and hips hold steady. Good. On the inhale, we'll just come up straight and relax the arms and parallel the feet. And then go all the way to the second side. So now we're set up for Warrior 2. Really root your feet. A hand will bend into that left knee for 1. And straighten. And 2. And 1 more, where we'll hold this lunge and add the full extension of your wings and your heart and your tallness, filling it all with breath. Sustaining. Good. Reverse the warrior. Down the back leg. Open the side ribs of the raised arm. And from here, make your way up to lower the arms, and now we'll parallel the feet a little closer in, getting ready for the midline, the bowing forward. So first we come up with the heart, exhale, hinge forward, letting the arms come down, letting the hands reach forward, fingertips on the ground as the hips pull back. And the heart goes through, much like we do in the extended child's pose, much like downward dog. This upper body receiving an openness, vitality coming through. Nice. Now let's bring the hands to the hips. Unless your back's a little vulnerable, you'll take the brace position to come up. Inhale, come up. All the way to tall. And now rearrange your feet so they are pointing outwards, both of them angled out. And stabilize. Now bend both knees outwards. Great. Inhale, straight legs and arms, forming the letter X. And then as we exhale, draw the belly in, bending elbows and knees for goddess pose. Straightening, inhale. Exhale. So inward contraction through core muscles and pelvic floor. Inhale, stretch and shoot the energy long and out. And then draw it in. 2 more. One more. Great. So now the legs are going to stay and the hands come to the thighs. Lean a little forward. Upper body now. Right side dips into the midline and out. Left side dips in. And back. Twice more each way. Strong and steady in your feet and ankles, hips and knees. And this mobility in the upper back. We go 1 more each way. Good. Doing great, everyone. Up we come. Walk the legs in a little closer. Walk your legs out. And as you step your weight to each side, add the leg to knee, elbow to knee, and we can go fast, we can go slow, creating a little Zulu dance. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Good. Ground the feet. Inhale your arms. Holding the breath and the full reach. On the exhale, forward bend. Hands can rest on your ankles or on the ground or dangling. From here, please pivot towards your right, coming onto hands and knees on the mat. And then flip onto your sit bones. So the sit bones could be kind of where your knees are, flipping onto the back, where we're going to slowly, using core, lean back to here. Not all the way down yet. Same upper body activation, chest, shoulders back, core starting to burn a little bit. Inhale, come upright. And back we go. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. 3 more. Good. Now our last one, we're going all the way slowly to the mat. So ground the feet, strong core, And down we go, lowering down until we arrive and land. What a lovely feeling that is. Walk the feet in a little bit, get comfy on your back, feel the release, how lovely that is. Be sure that you are on the middle of your mat and take your arms out wide from the shoulders, and then walk your feet to the edges of the mat so that we can drop the knees left, roll head right, come up on in, and drop the knees and feet to the right with the head to the left. Let's do a couple more of these. One more each way. As we come back to center, walk your feet closer in and bring your arms alongside so they're on the mat again. And just lift your hips to tuck the tail, flatten the low back onto the mat. Palms are down, and now take your feet up off the mat so that your shin bones are parallel, keeping the lower back grounded. Right arm, left leg, inhale apart, extend. Exhale, come back to our starting point. Now the left arm and the right leg extend. So vigorous, not floppy arms. And come back. And stay with this pattern of the slow breaths. One more each side. It's the left arm and the right leg. It'll be the last. And then hug both thighs, knees close to your body with both arms, squeezing in really close and tight. Little side to side rock. And then as we fill out with breath, squeeze in and lift your upper body, your head off towards the knees and squeeze tightly in. And lie your head down and take happy baby. So reaching for a foot that faces up and the other foot that faces up and the knees face down. Slow, deep breaths. On the exhale, let your feet come to the mat. Press them down. And we're coming immediately into bridge pose. So lift the hips up. Active arms holding your mat or clasping underneath your body. Let your chest be wide, spreading open, tail tucked. We're going to hold here and apply the active exhalation. Each time the exhale occurs, the tail tucks, the low belly pulls in, and the pelvic floor contracts. While holding the pose, we release that for the deep breath in and the active exhalation. We have one to go. Nice. So palms down, Lower onto your arms, all the way down. So we're going to segue into fish pose. So the legs are going to straighten out and stay vigorous. Puff up your chest, the shoulders are down. That may be enough for you, just a lifted chin. Or you'll use the forearms to propel your upper back off the mat and open the throat as we look back, either hanging back or light touch of your head on the mat. But the pressure of your arms, keeping most of your upper back off the ground. And so now we're breathing into the wide open chest and ribs and the wide open throat. Good place to stay. Adding on optional, core active, draw in and raise both legs off the mat. 3 breaths. On the last exhale, lower the legs. Undo your head to come back down. Release your hands and rescue your hair by bringing your hands and lift your head up. Lifting your head to look at your feet, and then active legs again. Toes drawing in. Raise the right leg a little bit. Exhale down. And the left leg. And exhale down, maybe both legs. And lower down, landing legs and head gently to completely release your whole body onto the mat. And feel this moment. And how the breath will just pour in and pour out into this vessel, this body. And reaching now for a flat block to place under the sacrum to raise the hips. And rest on that flat block. Arms tuck in close and then the legs come up to hang in the air. And taking the weight completely off the legs and feet. Rest in your breath. And we'll bend the knees and let the feet come down to take the block out. Come on down with your hips. Scoot a little to the right with the hips for the right leg on top. And our relaxing twist to the left. Softening body. Still intentional, aware, slow breaths. Letting the exhalation keep going, long, releasing. 2 more cycles. So now we'll bring the legs up to take second side. Hips scooch to the left as the left leg wraps. Then we let the lower body drop to the right. And that upper back that worked so hard today, letting it release. Shoulders and arms so relaxed. Last long exhalation here. To then bring your legs back up and find the midline with your low back. And then arrange yourself for a final relaxation. Settling with all that you need. Warm and comfy. Letting your body weight drop. As you settle, feeling the streaming of aliveness, of this vitality, streaming through the physical form and beyond. And that nothing more is required but to settle and allow this ease and relaxation to take over completely. Dropping deep. Knowing that under everything is silence. aligning with the natural breath. So the breath is now conscious. And as you do that, gently bring this awakening back into the body with a little toes and finger movement, head rolling. Do roll onto your side and curl up small in the gratitude moment. And make your way up to sit. Great, and inhale, stretch the arms up into the heart. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Great to practice with you. There was a little internet dropout at one point, but we're good. Namaste.